What's up, FNG Nation? Serio here, your fancy new guy, to teach you another lesson today. If you watched our first video, the 5 S's, this one's going to be just as awesome. Today's lesson is identifying waste. The first 5 S's, you're identifying waste and clipping it out. But there's seven wastes that you can just easily look out for. First one is overproduction. So the best way I can describe it is you make a giant pot of sauce and a giant thing of spaghetti, and there's a ton of leftovers that you don't eat and you throw away. You overproduced a lot, so then you just wasted all your money and time by cooking all of it. That's an example of overproduction. In manufacturing, it happens all the time. So think of all the parts that they make, and then they sit on it for what? And number 2, your inventory. So think about that giant pot of sauce that you just made and that giant batch of spaghetti. Yeah, leftovers are awesome, but for how long? Are you really going to eat all of it? Number 3 is probably the most common, that it's experienced everywhere, every day. Number 3, waiting. See that little pause before I told you waiting? I just made you wait for me to tell you that. Kind of annoying, right? So think of all the times that you're waiting for something to happen before you can even move on to the next thing that you're doing. Like your laundry. You're waiting for it to dry. Why don't you just start a second load of laundry and keep it going? There's no reason to wait, because waiting is wasteful. Number 4 of the 7 wastes that we're working to identify is motion. Think about how you move. Think about the extra steps that you might take. Those are all extra motions that are very wasteful. So when you wake up in the morning and you go get ready, you walk in and out of your bathroom like 40 times. I know it's like 4 for me now, but it used to be like 10. So all that extra motion is making me waste more time and inevitably shouldn't be there. And the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is transportation. Another everyday occurrence on every process around you. How did you get to where you are right now? You had to transport yourself there. So think about if you have to take extra steps in transporting your groceries into your house. Of course because I'm so strong, I'm just gonna grab every bag. Sorry, PLANTASAURUS. Every bag by myself because I know I can, because I don't want to have to transport all those groceries in, because it's very wasteful to do it in 40 trips when I'm just strong enough to do it. Is it wrong to be strong? I think not. And the number 6 out of 7 wastes is rework. Think about reworking something after you've already done it. Like when you make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and you forget the jelly. And then it's not like you can take that bread and peel it apart and it'd be the same. Of course not. You just have to rework it. It's another form of waste because you just wasted it because now you're not going to eat it. And the 7th and final waste that you should be looking out for every day on our list is overprocessing. Think about all those times where it's like, I want my car to look good, but why would you put spinning rims on a Pinto? It's overthinking it, man. If you just stopped overthinking it and you just were confident, you can get past those overthoughts and don't waste time putting rims on a Pinto. It's overprocessed. It's too much. In conclusion, by looking out for these 7 types of waste on a day-to-day basis while you're executing your first 5 S's, you can start to improve yourself and you can be positive and grow by just clipping out the stuff you don't need. Think about the stuff you don't need in your life. Go back to those first 5 S's, and during the sort phase, and if you don't remember what that means, just watch our video again. You're going to clip out all these types of waste and you'll see what it does to your life. Assess it every single day just so you can stay fancy like this fancy new guy. At FancyNewGuy.com, what are you going to find there? Up-to-date information and fresh new content with my friend PLANTASAURUS. I'll see you there. Stay fancy.